Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Leslie, and for today's video, I'm going to do an unboxing on the NYX Ultimate Eyeshadow Palette in the shade Warm Neutrals. I'm also going to do a first impression and try it out on my eyes and see how it works. So without further ado, let's get started. So the packaging that they have for this is honestly pretty basic. They just wrap the palette around with this bubble wrap and they just, put it in the palette, and it does say fragile, so that's good. So this is the palette. Right away, I can already tell that I'm going to be in love with these colors. They're really pretty. They're honestly like warm neutrals. They're all basically warm. I was worried that the NYX Ultimate palette was going to be really close to my ColourPop Yes Please palette because they're both about like red tones and stuff, but honestly, there is a huge difference. This one is definitely like more rosy, and I mean this one's just kind of like yellow and orange, and I don't know, they're totally different, which I like. But I'm going to compare this palette to the ColourPop one just to see how much product it has. So this one has 16 shades, which is pretty good, and each one has around 0.83 grams, and the ColourPop has 12 shades and it has 0.85 grams. So this palette costs $16 and this one costs $18, but again, this one has 16 shades and this one has 12. They literally have about the same. This one has 0.02 more grams than this one, but honestly, I mean, it's not like a huge difference. I really like the pan sizes. They are kind of small, but I feel like it's not small enough that you can't dip your brush. Like, it's a pretty good size. So this palette includes some matte colors, some shimmers, and some that look kind of satin. I really like how they have like a whitish, bonish color because that's really important to set your eyelids before you start on your eyeshadow. And then it has its crease colors and some that are pretty dark and some that are just like, chilling there. Honestly, just by looking at this palette, I'm so excited and I can't wait to try this out. So this doesn't have a mirror. My hair is a mess, but that is not the focal point. So let's just get started. First, I dug my nail into a shade. Oh my god. Do you guys see that right there? I dug my nail in it. I just noticed this doesn't have the names of the shades. First, I'm going to start off with the first shade, which is a whitish shade. And I'm just going to be putting that all over my eyelid to kind of set it. So next, I'm going to be using this shade, which is like a peachy shade, and just kind of putting that all over my crease. But next, I'm going to be going in with the second shade on the last row, which is like this reddish blush color, and I'm just going to apply that also to my crease to kind of level up the shades until it gets darker. So next I'm going to grab like the next darkish reddish color, which is this one, and I'm just going to apply a little bit on like the outer crease and kind of blend it in. So next I'm going to grab this angled kind of like fat brush, I don't know, and I'm just going to use the darkest shade in this palette, I'm pretty sure, which is this one, and it's like a matte brownish reddish color. And then again, I'm just putting that on the outer lid and just kind of like blending that out. For this look, I've decided to go with this shade, which is like a reddish type of shimmery shade. And first, I'm just adding again my Mario Badescu Rose Water, spraying it on there, and then grabbing some eyeshadow, and this just makes the pigment more like wabam, if you know what I mean. And then I'm just applying that on my lid. Okay, so to line that up, I'm going to use the shade that is right on top of it, which is like this pink shade, and I'm just going to go over it and just kind of lighten it up more. And then I'm just going to use this flat Wet n Wild brush, and then I'm grabbing the shade, I don't know, because I don't know the shade names. I'm just going to grab this red color and then the darker red color, kind of like blend them in together, and I'm just going to put that under in my lash line. Then I'm grabbing this more fluffier brush from Wet n Wild and just kind of smoking the bottom out. So for mascara, of course, I'm going to be using my L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. Again, best drugstore mascara ever. This mascara is literally life-changing. It is amazing. So this was the makeup look for today, and after using these eyeshadows, I have kind of made my first impression on them. First of all, the colors that they have, the color selection is beautiful. Honestly, I love the colors in this palette, and I feel like you can make so many different looks with this. Second of all, this palette, it's not very creamy. It does feel kind of powdery in a way, but I feel like it's still pretty good. Another thing is that these colors, what I've noticed is that the pigment isn't that strong, so you do have to kind of build up the pigment, but honestly I don't mind because the colors are beautiful. I feel like this is a palette that I'll probably continue to use constantly because the colors in here are just gorgeous. I would say that for the shimmery shades, you totally need to wet your brush before, because I wet my brush and still I can tell that it's not that shimmery, so you really need that to add a little oomph to your eyeshadow. Again, I kind of did some swatches, and I know they look kind of bad. Some of them have kind of worn off, but honestly the swatches aren't the best. But again, it's not really how they look on your arm, it's how they look on your eyes. So my last thoughts are, if you guys are looking for a color range like this one, then I would say maybe look into ColourPop because they have really good eyeshadows. But if you don't see any that has the shades that you want, definitely go for this one, because the shades on this is just, again, beyond gorgeous. And even though you do have to kind of work with it, it's totally worth it at the end. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button to let me know, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I do make videos every Saturday. And yes, well, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Bye!